2026 is not just another year, it is a divine turning point. If you don't understand what's coming, you may miss what heaven is releasing right now. 2026 is not a random year on the calendar. It is not a continuation of what has been, nor is it a repetition of past cycles. This year represents a moment where things that were scattered begin to come into order. What felt disconnected starts to align. What seemed delayed begins to move. What looked impossible starts to make sense. For a long time, many have been living with unanswered questions. You did the work. You stayed faithful. You waited. Yet doors did not open when you expected them to. Progress felt slow and clarity felt distant. But alignment does not happen loudly. It happens quietly, behind the scenes, long before results become visible. 2026 is a year where the unseen work becomes visible. Alignment means timing meets purpose. It means you are no longer pushing doors that are not meant to open. Instead, doors begin to open because you are finally standing in the right place, at the right time, with the right preparation. This year is not about force, it is about positioning. Many people confuse delay with denial, but delay is often preparation. Alignment requires maturity. If things had moved earlier, they might have broken you instead of blessing you. Now, the season is changing. In 2026, alignment will expose what no longer fits. Relationships that drain rather than build will feel heavier. Commitments that once made sense may now feel misaligned. This discomfort is not failure, it is correction. When alignment begins, anything out of order starts to resist. This year will challenge you to choose purpose over comfort. There will be moments when you must let go of what is familiar to step into what is destined. Alignment often feels like loss before it feels like gain. But what leaves in this season is making room for what truly belongs. Opportunities will appear that make no sense to the logical mind, but feel deeply right in the spirit. Pay attention to what brings peace, not just excitement. Alignment speaks through peace. This year will reward clarity. If you know who you are, where you are going, and why you are moving, 2026 will accelerate you. But if you remain undecided, distracted, or divided, the year will feel heavy. Alignment demands decision. There will be a clear separation between motion and movement. Many will stay busy, but only those aligned will move forward. This is not a year to imitate others or chase trends. What works for someone else may not work for you. Alignment is personal. Your assignment requires focus. The pressure you feel is not to crush you, it is to realign you. When things feel tight, it is often because something is shifting into its correct place. Do not resist the pressure, learn from it. In 2026, alignment will restore confidence. When you walk in the right direction, doubt loses its power. Fear weakens. Confusion fades. You may not know every step, but you will know you are on the right path. This year will not tolerate compromise. Half-hearted efforts will produce half results. Alignment calls for full commitment. Those who honor this season will experience momentum like never before. What once took years will begin to happen in months. What once required struggle will begin to flow. But alignment is not automatic. It requires awareness. It requires humility. It requires the courage to say no to good things so you can say yes to the right things. 2026 is not asking you to become someone new. It is asking you to finally stand fully in who you already are. There are battles you can see, and there are battles you cannot. The most dangerous conflicts are not the obvious ones, they are the hidden ones. The silent struggles, the unseen resistance, the quiet opposition that operates behind smiles, agreements, and appearances. 2026 is a year of exposure. What has been concealed will no longer remain hidden. Truth has a way of surfacing when alignment begins. Light naturally reveals what darkness has depended on secrecy to sustain. This exposure will not always be comfortable. In fact, for many, it will be shocking. Things you trusted may reveal cracks. People you relied on may reveal motives. Systems you believed in may reveal flaws. But exposure is not destruction, it is deliverance. Hidden battles drain energy without explanation. You feel tired without reason, blocked without clarity, frustrated without cause. That is because something unseen has been resisting your progress. In 2026, clarity will replace confusion. You will begin to see why certain things never worked, why some paths always led to frustration, why certain cycles kept repeating. The revelation may hurt, but it will heal. This year will expose internal battles as well. Fear disguised as wisdom, pride disguised as confidence, comfort disguised as contentment. These inner conflicts must be confronted before external victory can come. You cannot defeat what you refuse to acknowledge. There will be moments when truth confronts you directly. Your reaction will determine your growth. Denial will delay you. Acceptance will free you. Hidden battles often survive because they are tolerated. This year removes tolerance. False alignment will collapse. Agreements built on convenience rather than truth will break. Words spoken without integrity will lose power. Masks will fall. Do not fear exposure. It is protection. When something comes to light, it can no longer control you from the shadows. Exposure weakens the enemy and strengthens the prepared. This year will also reveal strength you didn't know you had. Battles you survived without realizing it. Pressure you endured without recognition. You will see how much you have grown. Victory begins with visibility. Some revelations will come suddenly. Others will unfold gradually. Either way, resist the urge to react emotionally. Respond with wisdom. Not every exposed battle requires confrontation, some simply require distance. Discernment will be critical in 2026. Not everything revealed needs to be announced. Some truths are meant to guide you quietly, not loudly. As hidden battles come to light, you will feel lighter, more focused, more grounded. This is because clarity restores energy. The battles you face openly are easier than the ones you fight blindly. By the end of this season, you will no longer question why certain doors closed. You will be grateful they did. Exposure clears the path for alignment, and alignment prepares you for advancement. What is revealed in 2026 is not meant to shame you, it is meant to position you. Once the hidden is removed, nothing will stand in the way of what is next. This is the year where truth speaks louder than appearances, clarity outruns confusion, and light overcomes what darkness depended on for too long. Every significant season requires readiness. Opportunity without preparation leads to regret. Advancement without awareness leads to loss. 2026 is not just a year of movement, it is a year of responsibility. Readiness is the difference between being present and being prepared. This year demands more than excitement. It requires depth, awareness, discipline, spiritual alertness. Those who drift will struggle. Those who remain grounded will rise. Spiritual readiness begins with clarity of values. What you honor will determine what you attract. What you tolerate will determine what you carry. This year exposes shallow foundations. Surface-level faith will not sustain deep pressure. Distractions will increase. Noise will multiply. Opinions will compete for attention. Not everything loud is important. Not everything urgent is essential. Discernment will be a survival skill in 2026. Choose what feeds your spirit, not just what entertains your mind. Readiness also requires discipline. Consistency in what strengthens you. Boundaries around what weakens you. Growth does not happen accidentally, it happens intentionally. This year will challenge routines. Old habits may no longer support where you are going. Comfort zones will feel restrictive. This discomfort is an invitation to mature. Spiritual readiness is not about perfection. It is about posture, humility, teachability, awareness. Those who remain open will adapt quickly. Those who resist correction will fall behind. Correction is not rejection. It is direction. This year will test inner alignment. What you say you believe will be tested by how you live. Integrity will matter more than appearance. Private decisions will shape public outcomes. Readiness requires honesty. There will be moments when you must slow down to stay aligned. Speed is tempting, but wisdom knows when to pause. Stillness is not inactivity. It is strategy. Listen before you move. This year also calls for emotional readiness. Unresolved wounds will surface. Old patterns may attempt to return. Healing is not optional in this season. What remains unhealed will interfere with progress. Confront what you avoided. Readiness means strengthening the inner life so external pressure does not destabilize you. When storms come, they should reveal strength, not weakness. 2026 will reveal who has invested inwardly. Spiritual readiness also involves community. Isolation weakens discernment. Accountability sharpens clarity. This is not a year to walk alone. Seek wisdom. Value counsel. Growth accelerates in alignment with others. By the end of this year, those who prioritized readiness will stand confident, grounded, and prepared for what follows. Those who ignored it will feel overwhelmed. This is a defining year. Readiness is not about fear of what is coming. It is about confidence in who you are becoming. And those who prepare now will not be shaken later. Every significant season in life comes with a choice: alignment with purpose or drift into distraction. The difference between the two will become unmistakably clear in 2026. The noise will increase, but clarity will sharpen. The pressure will grow, but focus will define the outcome. Distraction comes in many forms. It can appear as busy work, endless entertainment, relationships that drain rather than build, or commitments that keep you moving but never forward. Purpose, on the other hand, always points to clarity. Purpose always draws toward fulfillment. This year will separate the two with precision. What has been tolerated for convenience will now be challenged. What has been accepted for comfort will now feel heavy. Some relationships, routines, or environments that once seemed neutral will begin to resist your progress. This is not punishment, it is correction. Distraction is silent in its theft. It slowly erodes momentum until years pass without visible growth. But in 2026, hidden resistance will rise to the surface. You will recognize what belongs to your destiny and what is holding you back. Nothing neutral will remain unnoticed. The separation of purpose and distraction requires discernment. This is not a casual observation. It is a demand for conscious alignment. You cannot move forward successfully while tolerating what no longer serves your calling. You will be tested in subtle ways. Temptations to compromise your standards, to chase convenience over conviction, and to prioritize ease over advancement will appear. These tests are not obstacles, they are filters. They separate those ready for progress from those who are not. This year will call for courage. It is easy to cling to familiarity, even when familiarity no longer aligns with destiny. But comfort zones will contract, forcing decisive action. Distraction thrives in indecision. Purpose flourishes in commitment. Purpose demands attention. It requires intentionality, discipline, and sometimes sacrifice. The choices you make in 2026 will determine the trajectory of years to come. What you let in, you carry forward. What you let go, you free yourself to advance. Be aware distraction is persistent, but it is also powerless against focus. When your attention is rooted in purpose, external noise loses its grip. Peace becomes your compass. Clarity becomes your guide. momentum becomes inevitable. This year is a call to responsibility. Life is not measured by business, it is measured by impact. Those who align with their purpose will gain advantage. Those who drift with distraction will experience frustration. Separation is necessary. It is decisive. It is non-negotiable. By the end of this season, the difference will be undeniable. Some will advance, others will linger. Some will carry blessings, others burdens. Those who embrace purpose will stand resilient. Those who indulge distraction will face delay. In 2026, restoration becomes central. It is the season where what has been lost, diminished, or stolen begins to return, not just in measure, but in fullness. Restoration is not simply recovery, it is reclaiming what belongs to you in every sphere: identity, authority, and influence. Many have felt diminished, overlooked, or undervalued. Perhaps for years your contributions went unrecognized, your voice ignored, your potential untapped. But restoration is not an external gift alone, it begins internally. You must recognize your value, remember your calling, and embrace your authority. Identity is the foundation of all progress. Without a clear understanding of who you are, you cannot claim your rightful place. In 2026, your identity will be clarified. Confusion about who you are, what you stand for, or where you belong will fade. Recognition of your inherent worth and potential will emerge as a guiding force. Authority will follow identity. When you know who you are and embrace it fully, power naturally aligns with purpose. You will walk into situations with confidence that cannot be shaken by opposition or circumstance. Your voice, your decisions, and your influence will begin to carry weight because they are rooted in authenticity. Restoration often comes after testing. The delays, denials, and disappointments you have endured were not accidents, they were preparation for this season. Pressure strengthens resilience, challenges refine wisdom, and setbacks sharpen discernment. This is the year to reclaim what was once withheld. Opportunities, relationships, and positions that seemed lost will resurface. But restoration also demands courage. You must be willing to step into spaces where you were previously overlooked, ignored, or undervalued. It requires standing firm in what is yours. Restoration will not always arrive quietly. Some opportunities will come with resistance, others with scrutiny. Your authority will be tested to confirm that you are ready to manage what is restored. Every challenge is a proving ground for your readiness to hold and exercise influence responsibly. This year also emphasizes integrity. True authority is not imposed, it is earned through consistency, wisdom, and alignment with truth. Restoration without integrity is temporary. Restoration rooted in authenticity is enduring. You will encounter moments where your past is contrasted with your present. Situations that once embarrassed, diminished, or constrained you will now honor and elevate you. Your growth will be evident to all who observe, and your progress will inspire others. Restoration of identity and authority is holistic. It touches personal, professional, spiritual, and relational spheres. No area will remain untouched. 2026 is the year where hidden potential becomes visible, dormant influence becomes active, and past limitations become lessons for breakthrough. Authority is not simply power, it is responsibility. You are entrusted with influence over your sphere, and with it comes the duty to act wisely, justly, and decisively. Your restored identity allows you to navigate this responsibility with clarity, confidence, and resilience. Expect alignment with allies, mentors, and partners who will affirm your restored position. Expect doors that once seemed closed to swing open. Expect circumstances to shift in your favor when you step boldly into what belongs to you. But beware complacency. Restoration is not static, it is a call to stewardship. What is restored must be nurtured, exercised, and defended. Neglect will invite delay, vigilance will secure permanence. By the end of 2026, those who embrace restoration will stand fully recognized. Their voice will carry authority, their identity will radiate confidence, and their influence will extend beyond what they imagined. This is a year of reclaiming what is rightfully yours, stepping into your full potential, and exercising power responsibly. Restoration is more than return, it is elevation. It is reclaiming your rightful place, stepping into your destiny, and walking boldly with authority that cannot be questioned. Every significant season of advancement is preceded by tests. These are not arbitrary challenges, they are the refining fire that prepares you for higher responsibility, greater influence, and expanded blessings. 2026 is a year in which these tests will appear more clearly than ever, not to discourage, but to distinguish and strengthen. Tests come in many forms. They can appear as delays, unexpected obstacles, or situations that challenge your patience. They may come as conflicts, misunderstandings, or pressures that force you to act with wisdom rather than impulse. While some may perceive these moments as setbacks, they are actually stepping stones. Every test is a preparation for promotion. The principle is simple: what is promoted must be proven. Advancement without readiness is temporary, and progress without preparation is fragile. 2026 will reveal whether you are ready to receive, sustain, and steward the opportunities that lie ahead. Tests often feel isolating. You may wonder why the timing seems delayed, why others appear to move faster, or why circumstances seem resistant to your efforts. But these moments are intentional. They are designed to strengthen your endurance, sharpen your judgment, and fortify your spirit. Endurance is the hallmark of true promotion. The ability to persist when nothing seems to change, the ability to remain faithful when the path is unclear, and the ability to trust the unseen while acting in alignment. These qualities will determine who thrives in this season. Expect resistance. The higher the calling, the greater the opposition. 2026 will present situations that test integrity, patience, and focus. You will be challenged to make decisions that reveal character rather than convenience. Every trial is an opportunity to demonstrate readiness for advancement. Do not be discouraged by pressure. It is a signal, not a punishment. Pressure refines vision, develops skills, and exposes strengths that were previously dormant. What feels difficult now will prepare you for what is coming next. Discipline and consistency will be critical. Those who respond to tests with patience, wisdom, and humility will be positioned for swift advancement. Those who react impulsively, allow fear to dominate, or compromise values will face delay. Remember, promotion is not simply about position, it is about responsibility. Every door that opens requires readiness to walk through with maturity, integrity, and clarity of purpose. 2026 will reveal whether you are prepared to carry what is being entrusted to you. Tests often precede visible results. Your efforts, once unnoticed, will begin to bear fruit when the refining season ends. The struggles you endure now are not permanent, they are the necessary groundwork for lasting achievement. By the end of this year, those who embrace the tests will emerge stronger, wiser, and fully prepared for advancement. They will step into new opportunities with confidence, equipped with the skills, discernment, and spiritual authority required to thrive. Tests are not obstacles, they are invitations to rise. They are the measure by which true readiness is determined. 2026 is the year that separates those who endure from those who falter, those who are prepared from those who are unready. Every season has an opportunity, and every opportunity has a window. 2026 presents a window of divine alignment, acceleration, and restoration, a window through which blessings, breakthroughs, and advancement are ready to flow. But windows are temporary. They do not remain open indefinitely. Those who fail to act risk missing what is already prepared for them. A window represents timing. It is a moment when conditions align perfectly. Preparation meets opportunity, vision meets action, and readiness meets reward. In this season, the window is wide, but it will not linger. Hesitation, distraction, or indecision could result in missed potential that cannot be reclaimed. Many have waited years for this alignment. Some have been hesitant, unsure of whether the moment was right. In 2026, the call is urgent: step into the window with courage, decisiveness, and faith. Opportunities will not repeat themselves in the same way. What is available now may vanish if delayed. Acting within the window requires clarity. You must know what belongs to you, where your focus should be, and what aligns with your destiny. Misalignment will result in missed advantage. Distraction will close doors that were intended to open. The window is also a test of faith. It challenges the hesitant to trust in preparation, the cautious to step boldly, and the patient to move decisively. The time for observation is ending. The time for action has arrived. This season will reveal who recognizes timing and who ignores it. Those who understand the urgency will move with speed and wisdom, positioning themselves to fully receive what is meant for them. Those who delay will watch opportunities pass by, learning the importance of readiness and timing in retrospect. Every decision you make within this window carries significance. Choosing action over hesitation, clarity over confusion, and purpose over distraction will determine the trajectory of the coming years. 2026 is not a year to linger, it is a year to advance. The window is also transformative. Stepping through it will change your trajectory, elevate your influence, and expand your reach. It is not simply an opening for gain, it is an opening for transformation. Those who step through will leave behind stagnation, limitations, and delay. They will enter a season of accelerated growth, restored authority, and clarified purpose. But the window will close. Opportunities once missed do not always return. The timing is precise, the alignment is exact, and the readiness is tested. Acting now is not just recommended, it is essential. In 2026, timing will matter as much as preparation. The combination of readiness, alignment, and decisive action will determine who enters the next season successfully. Hesitation will cost more than missed opportunity, it will cost momentum. This year challenges you to recognize the sacred rhythm of timing. Preparation, patience, and perseverance have brought you to this window. Now it is time to move. Step boldly, step faithfully, and step without fear. The reward for acting within the window is exponential. Doors that seemed impossible will open. Blessings that seemed delayed will arrive. Influence and authority that were once dormant will awaken. The momentum gained will carry you far beyond what you imagined. But inaction carries risk. Delay leads to missed opportunity. Waiting too long may result in doors closing and seasons passing. The window is a reminder that timing is critical, alignment is essential, and readiness is non-negotiable. By the end of 2026, those who recognized and acted within the window will stand in a position of breakthrough, advancement, and clarity. Those who hesitated will understand the value of urgency, but the opportunity itself will have moved beyond them. This is the call of the year. Act now, embrace readiness, and step decisively into what is prepared for you. Windows do not remain open forever. Those who move with faith and courage will carry momentum into the next season of their life, fully aligned, fully restored, and fully prepared for the future.